came into the hostel and I just turned around and said, oh, we forgot the drone. Where's the drone?
Left it in the bloody trolley. Oh my god, I was nearly in tears.
Okay, it was quite an easy one, this one. So out of Leon, down here, down the main road, and then from here we kind of took a bit of a wiggly road that joined up across to that one, and then commercial break time because we had to change the map. Right, and back in the room after the commercial break. Again, it's quite nice and easy, this one actually. It was just straight down the road, all the way down to the bottom here, cross the border, and keep going until we get to Liberia.
Such a child. Am I allowed to complain that the water's too warm? The water's too warm.
It is. It is. I wish I could jump into an ice rink.
I know. Well, no, that would hurt because it's solid ice. Right.
There's no catching her out, is there?
No, turn the camera around. I can't twirl in if I'm in. I have to be out to twirl in.
Oh.
And then I have to be in to twirl out.
Oh, big tudger.
Twirling? What's no, anyway, let's do that again. Twirling into the pool. Here we are. Whoops, drowning. I'd like to say, we're in a lovely cool pool, cooling off. We're in a lovely pool.
Yeah,
but it's warm.
I need soap and shampoo.
It's honestly, it is nice. It is nice.
It is nice.
It's not refreshing, but it's just lovely to be in the water. We had a lovely morning.
Very nice morning.
We went for a free walking tour. It's not free. No, it's fine. We went for a walking tour. Well, it is free.
It is free. It's based on you tip and you give tips. There is a guidance for the tips, and you give as much or as little as you feel.
Some of them are really stingy.
Some of them were a bit stingy.
He only asked for $6 each, US dollars. What's that? About £4.50.
Exactly. It really wasn't much.
It was over 2 hours. He was a really lovely guy, really knowledgeable, and we got such a good insight into Nicaragua.
Yeah.
We really did.
Given that Nicaragua is pretty much a dictatorship, the president or the prime minister's wife is the vice president.
Keep it in the family.
Keep it in the family.
Do any of these outsiders get involved?
Everyone who works in the government has to have working knowledge of the army.
Yep.
So it's the army that keeps control. It's a dictatorship.
Well, the youngsters say it's a dictatorship. The older ones say it's a democracy or socialist.
Well, given
they've come from.
Given Nicaragua's number of wars, fights, upsets and things over many, many years. Yeah, exactly. There's just revolution after revolution.
His favourite saying was a Dickens quote, which was, oh, no, I can't remember it. And he said that he wants to be able to stand there in the future and say, it's the best of best times, full stop.
Yep.
But he said he can't see that happening in his lifetime, I don't think.
So anyway, he provided us with a really fantastic walk around the city and an insight into the economics and the politics of the place. He took us to a market, and we all contributed $1 each. And from that market, we went around the market. We were tasting.
Yeah, we had
all the different foods and drinks
crisps,
and things.
Fruits, some sort of like a pancake wrap thing.
Yeah, it was
drinks,
desserts.
Cold chocolate.
Oh, that was
not
nice.
Hot chocolate, cold chocolate.
Yeah,
that was
cocoa.
really nice. Yeah, really nice.
But he was providing us with facts, historical facts. Then he was providing us with current opinions, different people's opinions.
Yep.
Then he was providing his own opinions, and I think it was fairly obvious that from time to time he was being careful with his own opinion.
Because what I found, because I asked a question on this, we went to the university and we saw the university. This was after the market, And he said that it's all free education and the government are brilliant and they provide all this free education. It's hard to get into.
It's hard to get into, and you have to have the funds to be able to live in Lyon. Even though the education is free, you've also got to pay for everything else. So an economic thing, people from rich parents get into the university.
You get to the age of university, you should be working. Yeah. However, he said to us, the lady that sold us the fruit at the market is a lawyer. Mm-hmm. But there's no jobs for lawyers.
No, there was another lady that was a physician.
Physicist.
Physicist.
There's no jobs for physicists.
No.
So I asked the question, I said, so the government are providing this education for free, which is fabulous. So do the people not feel slightly, not unrest, but is there not unrest that they've got all these fancy qualifications and then they can't use them? They're going back to their fruit stalls. He said, and he was very, very non-committal and just said, it's just the way it is. Mm. And it was in front of everybody else. He was slightly more open with us after, but he said it's the way it is. And I don't understand it. You carry on, because I'm kind of tongue-tied now.
It is. It's kind of just the way it is. I mean, we saw the hospital, the biggest hospital in Lyon, well, the only hospital in Lyon. I'll tell you what, we were being very careful where we walked after that. We didn't want to end up in the hospital.
Yeah, it really, and those queues are at both doors.
Having said that, there is a new hospital, state-of-the-art hospital, that is being built thanks to Chinese money. But the older generation, his dad fought in the last...
Was it the last one?
Yeah, the last lot of wars. Yeah, his dad went to war at 15. Our guide was the result of a baby boom that happened when the fighting stopped.
So he said his dad went to war at 15, unable to read and unable to write.
Yep.
So that's the generational difference. So now that generation, this is great, we live in a democracy, because it's been so much worse. But the young generation thought, it's not really democracy, it's socialism.
And they like the stability.
Yeah. Yes.
It has brought stability to the place, purely because anyone who disagrees with the president ends up disappearing.
But he was saying, they say, we've got the resources, we've got the gold, and they go up and up and up and up and up, and then they all have a fight and it goes down again. Or other countries get involved, there's another revolution, and then he said he thinks there's going to be another. He said 150 revolutions, didn't he? He was exaggerating probably, but
he said we need another 150 revolutions.
He's worked
before they get stability, proper stability.
He's worked out the progress from each one, hasn't he? A very, very knowledgeable guy. He studied philosophy, and then obviously couldn't make a living with philosophy, so became a guide. He loves reading, he loves writing, history. He loves words, he loves history. He's written a book, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's written a book
about the history of Nicaragua.
Yeah.
Lovely young guy, and doing all right for himself. Yeah. He had braces on his teeth, both top and bottom. He's doing all right, and he's making a living doing this tour. He was lovely. He really was.
Yeah, probably the sole provider for his family, probably.
And that's why we didn't mind tipping. He tells about his dad and his mum, if they're still alive. I don't know, but he's quite young, so I'm presuming they are.
Well, having said that, this got me. Yeah. The average age in Nicaragua is 24. Because of all the young children and everything else, and the young people that are coming through from the stability. Whereas when there was all the fighting, tens of thousands of people were killed, which was actually a pseudo-war between the Soviet Union and the US. The US were supplying arms and money to one side, and the Soviet Union was providing arms and supply to the other side.
But no, really interesting day, and actually, it's kind of won my heart a bit, Nicaragua. I'd like to. People ask us on the trip, where would you go back to? One place, I always say Alaska, and I would still go back to Alaska. But if they said, where's one place you'd like to get to know better and understand, I'd say here.
Yes.
I'd like to spend 6 months here, getting to know the locals, understanding all the different points of view. It's a fascinating country, it's a fascinating history.
Yeah, best make it quick though. They'll have another revolution.
There'll be another revolution soon. So if you want to visit, come now.
Yeah.
Well, there's no fighting. Yeah, for 500 years of history, it's only 60 of those have been peaceful.
Yes.
All the rest has been fighting.
All the rest has been fighting.
You just can't get your head around it.
No.
But fascinating place. Right, I'm going to twirl away now. I'm going to do. Oh, that's the wrong way around. I can't do it that way. Hang on. No, let's not follow me. Twirl. No.
Well, she's gone.
Gone.
She went quicker than I thought. If I leave the camera on, will she stay under?
like that, wouldn't you? Mm-hmm. Go away. So we had our last night in Nicaragua. We just a transit day really down to Rivas.
Yes.
And then a transit day from Rivas to the border. So we got we booked we'd been on Booking, and you found this hostel. And
we found this hostel,
£10,
and it was £10.
with our
so it was cheap. The reviews and things, actually, the score was really quite good.
Score's one of the best scores of any place we've stayed in this whole trip.
The photos showed it as it is.
Which didn't match what we thought were the scores.
No, we went into it with our eyes open, but having said that, when we turned up at Rivers, we turned up this side road, and yes, it was a very poor area.
It was.
We pulled up outside and we were saying to each other, what have we done here? What are we doing?
Do we just turn around and go, it's only £10? What do we do?
But suddenly the host turned up, and he was fantastic, lovely, really nice man. Instantly he had the gates wide open. He came out and he immediately unlocked the gates out the front.
I said, what's he doing?
And
I'm not going to fit in there.
Then he moved the furniture out the front. Then he rolled up these screens.
Bamboo screens.
And basically I rode the bikes into their living room.
The dining kitchen area.
It's basically the living area, isn't it? It's the kitchen and the dining room and the living room. I rode the bikes into there, parked them up, and the screens went down, the furniture went back, and the gates were locked. It's got to be one of the securest parking areas that we have ever had.
And his daughter came out, and there's those two, I think, that sort of run the place. Because his wife came back later, so she must work out, do work somewhere else. But his daughter and he run the kind of the hostel, and it was. I'll be honest. If we're honest, we can say it was an eye opener. Mm-hmm. It was an eye opener.
First impressions were, crikey, what have we let ourselves in for? But I said to Izzy, well, it is just the one night. Let's give it a chance. But instantly, the hosts made us very welcome. We went into the room, and yes, it is.
You look around and you go, oh my goodness.
It is like just a shed.
It's a concrete shed.
Yeah, a concrete shed. The window was just a hole knocked into the concrete with a few steel struts across it so that you couldn't climb through. There was no window. No,
which looked into the into the private area, the dining, living area. Yep. But that was the only window. There was a window between that room and the next, which has been cemented in.
Bricked in. So the door had been
cemented in, and it was just so hot. But it was spotlessly clean.
Absolutely. The water was a bit sporadic. It was on, then it was off, and apparently this is just local issues that they were having with the availability of water.
Bearing in mind that when we turn up anywhere, we're literally, the clothes we're in are dripping wet, literally dripping wet. Our hair looks like we've just stepped out of the shower. My first thing I like to do, I get unpacked from the bike, get the bags in, and then I just have to strip off and get in the shower. She said, there's no water, it might be back on in a couple of hours. And he rushed in with another fan. We had a fan in the room because there's no aircon, obviously. He rushed in with another fan. So here's another fan. So they really do their best to make sure everybody feels comfortable and has what they need. And
kitchen was nice and clean.
Yep.
We went out and bought a little bit of food, and they were really nice and friendly. And there were two other guests there as well. And we ended up sitting out the front.
Backpackers, weren't they, chatting to them?
Yeah, where you're able to see across the street, and it was such an eye-opener into how... I was almost going to say how our Western values had to be re-evaluated.
It sounds a little patronising, and we don't mean it to sound like that.
But actually seeing how the poor were living. They were really,
the
really
loveliest
nice
of people. Yes, really.
And
were.
we actually left a really good Booking.com review.
One of the highest marks, actually.
Yeah, one of the highest marks. But at the end of the day, it exceeded expectations. We went into it with our eyes open. We were still shocked when we turned up, but the people and the space was very, very nice. It was very well presented for what they had.
They look after their guests with what they've got. You know, our towel hanger in the bathroom was absolutely brilliant. It's a branch of a tree, and they'd secured it. It's the most secure hook to the wall we've ever had. It was secure to the we could have swung on it, and they painted the ends white, and you could hang your towel on it. Absolutely brilliant. On the door, I'll put a picture of this because it's beautiful. On the door, there's a little wooden house frame, and they put in a personal message. It said, "Welcome to our home, Isabel Abrams." And it was really lovely, really lovely.
That one is Argentina. That's America. Also perezoso.
Yeah.
Lento.
Hablamos.
So we're connected.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
That's it. Right. Let's go before we melt.
Yeah. Bye bye. Adios.
And you, have fun. To infinity and beyond.
Just to the cold weather, that's what I want. Right. Bye bye. Adios. Costa Rica! In a new country. Here we go. Costa Rica. It's too hot for twirling. It's too hot for movement in general. Can we stop?
Oh, is it on?
Yes. Can we stop swinging in the swing so I can take my Crocs off? It's too hot for Crocs. It's too hot for anything. It's absolutely crazy here.
Yes. We've been sat in a room with air conditioning, and we literally stepped out because we thought this background would be better than just a plain wall.
So it's very pretty here. Let's give you a little look round. Look at that. It's all very pretty. It's a lovely, pretty place we're
But
staying.
the downside to being out here in the garden is there's no air conditioning, and boy oh boy is it warm. It's about mid-30s, so it's not too bad, but it's the humidity level.
Oh, refill.
Humidity is so high.
Real feel must be about, I don't know,
So
120. I'm not exaggerating
we'll
at
do
all.
a bit of an experiment. There's my arm now when we've just got out of the aircon. Okay, looks quite normal. I'll show it to you again when we finish the recording.
Yeah, there's mine. I didn't know I had sweat glands all over them. Well, I do, obviously, but they've never been used in my 55 years until we came here. Not even when I played hockey.
That's not true. Sweat glands don't just turn themselves on and off.
Mine have just all turned themselves on. I didn't even get this sweaty playing hockey in the middle of summer. It's just ridiculous. Anyway,
then it was border time.
Border day again. We're whizzing through these borders.
I never really sleep very well before a border. I don't enjoy borders. However, when I get to the border, I just go with the flow.
Yeah, we've kind of calmed down about it all now.
The heat did get to us at one point where we were shouting and swearing at each other.
It's all your fault though, but
of course it always is, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very hot.
It was very hot, but I overlanded.
They weren't chaotic borders though. They weren't chaotic. We got to the Nicaraguan side and
we were determined not to use any fixers. The fixers there were very well dressed, and we managed to avoid most of the fixers until it came to the scanning. Again, we're leaving the country, but they still wanted to scan all the bags on the bikes. The bikes were parked further away from the scanners than they were on the way in. There were guys wandering around with trolleys, and we thought, you know what, it's going to be worth a bob or two just to use some guy with the trolley. So these two guys with the trolleys.
It was one guy to start with.
One guy to start with. He could then, well, it's one guy, but he then called over the guy with the trolley. So they took all the bags and they went inside. We then had to ride the bikes around the other side of the building to get the bags from the other side.
But they put them all through the scanner. We collected them with them just to make sure they're okay. Yep. And they loaded them on. They wouldn't let me load anything. They loaded them onto the trolley again.
Yep. Then they dealt with the question about the drone. Because they said to us, is there a drone? I said, no, there isn't, but there are batteries and controller. So they dealt with the person for that. And then he said, oh yeah, it's all tip-based.
Well, I asked him before.
I asked him again how much.
I said, you know...
He said, oh, it's just a tip-based.
It's
Nothing
just
if you don't want
tip-based. We do
it
it for free because we like to help. Well, yeah, okay, well, we'll give you a tip because we don't mind it. Like you said, it was worth it getting the trolley for the bags. So we got all the bags back at the bikes, unloaded the trolley, and
then we said, oh, this is what we've got. That's right. So it worked
at that point, a third man had appeared.
Yeah.
From, I don't know what he did for us, a third man had appeared. So three of them were stood there.
And he started suggesting... first man, he started suggesting that the tip should be around about $20. $20 would be right. We said no, this is what we have.
I didn't hear him say that.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
I said, well, this is all our change, and I'm glad we didn't give him any more dollars because we literally only just had enough for the other part of the border. So the Nicaraguan side, are you sweating yet? Are you looking? Oh yeah, drips of water.
There's a little bit. I don't know if you can see that on there, but there's a little bit of sweat appearing on the arm.
It's quite a lot actually. Anyway, so the Nicaraguan side of the border took us about an hour and 3/4.
Yeah.
Just to check out. Normally that takes about 20 minutes.
Then into Costa Rica.
Where it was totally calm.
It was nice and calm. We parked our bikes up. There was this woman that was pushing us really hard to sell us water.
Bottle of Coke or
bottle of water, whatever. And then suddenly she started running off. And I thought, what's she running from? Police car turned up. Not specifically looking for her, but she'd obviously been in trouble with them before because she had just disappeared.
Yeah, so I didn't.
Then when the police car went, she then reappeared. But anyway, that was just kind of humorous, funny.
That was funny, yeah.
But the whole process in Costa Rica was easy.
And the next thing we had to do on leaving Nicaragua was go through the fumigation where they spray the wheels of your bike. We somehow missed that.
Yeah.
It was free, you don't pay for it anyway, but we somehow missed that and ended up at the immigration part. They checked the first part. They checked our passports and that we'd been stamped out and the rest of it. We then carried on to the next office, and it was all very calm. We just got in front of two busloads of people. Skin of our teeth.
We would have felt different if we'd ended up behind there.
Then we got the tip, and that was where we were just thankful we didn't give these guys any more money because
we went for the insurance.
Yeah.
The insurance, we basically had just about enough. They wouldn't take credit cards. It had to be cash, had to be dollars. We just had enough. I think we were left with
like $3 change or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was all very calm. So to get out of Nicaragua, as I said, was about an hour and 3/4. To get into Costa Rica was about 40 minutes.
This hostel, the whole point of coming to this hostel was that it was near the DHL office for us to collect the drone. The reviews for this hostel are really good.
They were too good to be true.
You were very reluctant because I said to you it was shared bathroom, and you were not sure about that. But the reviews were saying there's 4 bathroom areas for all the rooms.
Never have to wait.
Never have to wait. They're spotlessly clean, and I have to say, they're right.
They are.
You go in, use the toilet. Obviously, you have to put the paper in a bucket. Next time you go in, the bucket's been emptied.
I'm frightened to use the toilets and showers because you go in and somebody's in there cleaning it straight after you.
But
I think it's a kickback after COVID.
Yes.
And they're just keeping it up. They're keeping it up, and it's absolutely fantastic.
So today's task was cash.
We had one job. Well, we had 3 jobs.
We had 3 jobs, so we went to the cash machine.
Got some cash. That worked first time, no traumas. We didn't have to trek around different cash machines.
Yeah, but the amount, we got 120,000 colons we withdrew.
Because we're so rich.
What was that, 80 quid?
No, it was £180.
Oh, £180.
But,
so then we went to get a SIM card, and we paid with cash there. It's just frightening, the numbers here, it really
was
is.
6,000 colons for the SIM card.
Yeah.
£9, it's fine. £9
Then we went
to
DHL. That was nice and easy. I've forgotten the paperwork, but I was able to show
you showed your
on my WhatsApp. But on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So we got the DHL package, so we got the drone back. Excellent.
Yay.
Then we went to a supermarket.
Just to get some veggies for tonight's
I
supper.
put the DHL packet.
First of all, the little trolley. I meant to take a picture of you, the little trolley. It was literally a basket on a trolley at waist height, and then they had another one underneath because you might have some bits to go in there.
I looked like someone who's going around delivering the post in the office. It was
hilarious. I meant to take a photo. I don't think I did. Anyway.
So I put the DHL package in the top basket.
Well, you would do. But then we had no room for the vegetables, so I popped it in the bottom basket. You can see where this is going now, can't you?
So then we
finished the story.
We did our shopping.
Filled the top basket with veg.
We walked the 10 minutes back here to the hostel, came into the hostel, and I just turned around and said, "Oh, we forgot the drone. Where's the drone?"
Left it in the bloody trolley. Oh my God. I was nearly in tears. Panic.
Well, I wasn't. At the end of the day, what had happened had happened. We just need to deal with it.
Yeah, but so the guy at reception here speaks really great English. And he said, "Come on, jump in the car, I'll take you back." Where is it? Which supermarket?
Yep. So he gave us a lift back there.
He came in with us.
Yes. And our DHL package was actually down by the feet of the cashier.
Yeah, I went round to check the trolley. I thought, "Oh, they're all empty. And I turned round, and there was the cat. And I looked down and went, "Oh, it's there.
There's our package."
And she looked at us, "It's there." She went, "What there?" So she just laughed. I said, "Oh, mucho gracias."
Yep. So we got the drone back.
We got the drone. Honestly, we're just stupid, aren't we? Anyway.
Yeah. And now.
You're dripping,
I don't know
actually.
if you can see, I'm actually dripping.
Hang on, hold your arm out that way. Let me turn the camera around. I don't know if you can see the drip. Oh, I think I can, yeah. Absolutely dripping. Anyway, we've got a washing done here as well. The washing was free.
It's running down my neck. Yeah, washing's
told
free.
If we've got any washing, we do it for free, and it's all hanging there drying, although I think it's probably past its best now because it's getting so humid.
You were more excited about it being free than anything else.
Yeah, I was, to be fair. No, it's gone through a machine.
He was so funny, when he said yesterday, he said, "Oh yeah, we can do a laundry and what have you." And he said, "Oh yeah," and then he said, "It's free." What? It's for free? How does that work?
Well, I was about to say, how much is it to see, because we've been hand washing, and we do a good job with the hand washing, but our biking tops just seem to, they've got a weird smell about them. I said, they just need a machine wash, proper machine wash. Anyway, it's probably been cold water, but that's fine. They've had them wash it, and they actually smell totally different, so that's good. Everything, because you just worry about the bacteria building up and things. It's so hot. You don't know if you're minging. It's so hot. Anyway, I keep saying so hot. There's no other words to describe it.
It's humid. It's not so much the heat.
Yeah, when you're in a breeze, it's not bad.
It's not the heat. It's the humidity. We are due thunderstorms this afternoon
black clouds.
And this evening.
So
that's it.
Here we are in Costa Rica. So that's that. Yeah. So we haven't lost the drone.
Costa Rica is expensive. We went out yesterday and we bought a box of cornflakes, a litre of milk, 4 litres of water.
Oh no, maybe that was 6 litres.
I think
of water.
that was 6 litres.
litres.
Anyway, a big bottle of water. It came to £10.
£10. I thought, how does that come to £10? £4 if it was the water.
Water.
That is the water here apparently you can drink. So we're happy to have cups of tea out of it. We're happy to have boiled water, use it to boil for cups of tea and things. We just keep getting so Dicky's tummies. We're still going to drink the water and teeth in bottled water and stuff like that. But Yeah, clearly because the water is okay. The water's 4 times the price.
My t-shirt's just going wet.
Disgusting. So, yeah, but the shopping today, which we've bought supper for tonight, we've bought a couple of bits of melon, half melons to have this afternoon. Breakfast for tomorrow, it was £12. All that food was £12, and we've got
It's because we didn't buy any
two and a
water.
half meals out of it. So yeah, water is expensive here. So we've got to drink it though. We haven't got a choice.
You're going to toil away?
No, it's too hot. I'm stuck to the chair now. I'm going to go and have a look at the washing. Let me see where our washing's hanging up. There's our washing. Just there. There it is. Right. So we will swing away on the swing.
wet.
We're on a swing. Look.
I'm just wet.
Swinging away.
Go away, you're making me hot.
Swinging away.
You're making me hot, go away, that's it. I've had enough now.